So if we can cater needs for the most vulnerable creatures such as fireflies, so I think we as a human being should be able to adapt, because eventually we will have a good quality of the environment. Oman! Yeah, it's all inspired from my childhood memories, especially my parents used to take me a lot to the rice field, to our family farm. Especially at the time we don't have electricity, we don't have artificial light at night. And most of the time our parents stay late, working until late in the farm. And I remember spending time playing with the fireflies. And I also remember along the way from our farm to the house, we passing through a little valley, through the forest, and then where I usually grab the fireflies and put them in a jar at that time and use them as lights. So as a young boy, live in the wilderness of nature and fireflies around, it's super special. Just to imagine that my children growing up and not seeing the fireflies and engage in this very charismatic creature is just kind of make me sad. So I start finding out why, and then I found a lot of reasons, one of which is the habitat loss, the artificial light at night. Nowadays has become the problems for the fireflies. So the more we learn about the fireflies, the more interesting it's become, and that what inspired me then to go further, to do the research, to do the habitat restoration, to make sure their populations are preserved. Fireflies as a bioindicator of a healthy environment, especially fresh air, non-contaminated water and healthy soil, because they need the fresh air to generate the oxygen into their body to create light. They also need the good quality of water because 98% of their lifespan live as a larva in the good quality of water as the food system without any contamination of chemical. And they need a fertile soil with a high content of microorganisms. So that is why the fireflies become the bioindicator of good quality of air, water and soil.
When we look at maintaining firefly population, we look at a mix of habitats, different kind of habitat that forming a larger ecosystem. So that is when you remove one particular life stage, you actually removing a lot more other. It's like a cascading effects. Maybe we don't see it now from human, but in future, it actually just one indication to tell you that the habitat that we are living in, the place that we are living in, is no longer as healthy as before. We are missing, from the cultural point of view, we are missing one story out of the many stories, the beautiful stories that we gathered in the past.
So I think it is very important to preserve the existence of the fireflies so that we know that we are living in a very healthy environment. And that is where we need lots of support from our farmers, from our area, to minimize the use of the chemical in our agriculture practices, especially the pesticide. The use of chemical has a very strong impact to the decrease of the fireflies population. For the habitat restoration is still in the early stage of our program to reintroduce organic farming or sustainable agriculture system. In the beginning, because we aim to save the fireflies, so it is least interesting. As we learn, as we see the connection between the healthy impact to the nature and the environment and a better result for the soil for the long term, they are slowly getting interested because it will eventually impact their income. This is our first 1.5 years. So what we try is we don't only raise awareness, we don't only share what is a better options out there, but we also facilitate and provide what the farmers may need. So that is why we also have our own experiment to go with the farmers, because most of their response is still wait and see. To get an early adopter is very difficult with the farmers, so it has to be led by an example. It's very interesting because in the beginning it looks like my personal project, like my personal dream to see the fireflies again. But the more I learn about the significance of fireflies in nature, the more I realize it can bring a good impact, not just to the environment for my family, but for the entire community. How I see the future and being relevant is that we can protect the natural habitats. So the idea of the Bring Back the Light is not just promote the fireflies population here in my village, but eventually we'll go to other area, other village. So if we can bring them back elsewhere, so it means that we have already set up the environment quality. You may see they fly quite high. Sometimes so my dream is that the fireflies populations are thriving back, so we can see them every night. Hopefully people realize that they can manage their actions and then be more wise using the natural resources, allowing preservation for the natural habitat for the many creatures, including the fireflies.